Hey everybody, today I'm going to talk about my first impressions, so about a full day of writing with the Taccia Covenant fountain pen. Let's jump right in. Let's do a quick unboxing for the Taccia Covenant fountain pen. This is the steel nib version. The gold nib version would come in a handsome leather case. This is unpurchased, and I'm going to be writing with this, so I will sell this as used afterwards. So if you see a used A1 condition, maybe A2 inked once, on bottleandplume.com, well, then this is it, and you can get yourself a nice discount. Comes in a little box with two Sailor cartridges. This is a Taccia pen, Taccia if you're from Italy, but this is a Japanese company, Japanese US company. And this pen the nib is made by a Sailor. If this looks familiar, it kind of looks like a pocket pen, but not really, right? It has the sort of shape of a pocket pen, which I think is cool, but obviously it is in no way is this a pocket pen. In some light, like in this light, it actually looks pretty dark. This is if you wrote posted. It's a screw on to post. Pretty interesting looking pen, honestly. Whereas like this one might be something like this. Just for a size comparison. So it is an absolutely full-size pen. Here's my, like for comparison, Pelican M800, right? M800, posted, boom. Yeah. So similar nib length, not width, and a similar size posted. Unposted, it's a smaller affair, right? So similar in size, maybe just a little bit smaller in the hand than a Pelican M800, and this is a fairly large pen. Okay, so first impression immediately is that posted, it's just too back heavy. Like I can just feel that it's just too heavy. Let's write a small letter like I would. This may be the first extra fine nib that I actually like. And what's so weird about it is that it's a Sailor nib, right? It's Taccia branded, but it is a Sailor nib. And you know, it's like you always hear the horror stories on Reddit. It's like, oh yeah, Sailor feedback, but watch out, those extra fines can just be way too scratchy or whatever. This is actually quite pleasant. Obviously, trying it an extra fine is a little bit ballsy, but even posted, I actually didn't much moly moly. Yeah, maybe that's something to watch out for. This thread is the same as the one to unscrew the body of the pen. So yeah, this honestly, like this, it kind of feels perfect in the hand. So, yeah, unposted. Compared to this, it's your Pelican extra fine. Just kidding. What is it? Probably a medium, right? Come on, tell me it's broad. It's a medium, yeah. Just kidding, just kidding. Yeah, it's actually, it feels like a really agile, beautiful, light pen in the hand. This is the first time this has ever happened, but I think the Profolio is smoother somehow than the Clairefontaine. I'm not sure. I've never really felt that before with a nib. This is strange, but this Profolio is smoother. That's unusual. I have not had that experience before. Maybe it's just like a batch thing, but let's see if it still feels. I think it might be that one batch that I have. Okay, this is more what I'm used to. I think it's that batch of the Clairefontaine Triomphe stationery that I have, because this is also Clairefontaine 90, I believe, and it's smoother. Yeah, so this is the same, officially the same paper. Actually, it's velouté, so that could be different. Is that different from vellum? Maybe. Anyway, this feels smoother than this. This just has a tiny bit, is just a bit more, I would say like textured, like micro textured, right? It's just a tiny bit rougher. We're talking microscopically here. Yeah, this is a bit smoother. Yeah, so this is what I expect from a Clairefontaine paper. You know, with a Sailor Extra Fine, it's gonna be fine. You're gonna have feedback no matter where. It's gonna be, if you like that sort of thing, then you're gonna have pleasant feedback pretty much everywhere. The thing with a hyper smooth, I think this is even a, could be even Matthew Chen tuned, you know, Pelican Medium M800 nib. It's a big nib, it's a tuned, smooth nib. On paper like this, I almost like, I feel like I'm like slipping, like I don't have the kind of control that I sometimes need for writing. It can feel like skating across the paper to the point where it's almost mildly, I don't want to say unpleasant, it feels good, but you feel slightly out of control. The Taccia's nib doesn't have that problem. Even if you don't buy an extra fine, so even in the broader nib widths, the Taccia gives you, because it's a Sailor nib, gives you that tactile happiness if you're me, and even if you're not super into that, it gives you enough feedback that you feel in control of what you're writing. So how do I rate this pen, the Taccia Covenant? 7 out of 10 for design. I'm consulting my notes here. 7 out of 10 for design. It's a really interesting looking, unusual pen, like many of Taccia's pens. Not in a bad way. It's not a pen that anyone would say, oh, that's like ugly or something. It's just interesting. It's a pocket looking pen in a full, absolutely full size body. Ergonomics, 7 out of 10. I think it's heavy, it's not postable in any realistic way. And it is, but I give it a 7 out of 10 because as soon as you write unposted with it, it's, for me, the perfect size and weight. It's not too heavy. It's just the right size. It's a sort of medium-sized pen in the hand, unposted. And finally, the role and sort of practicality of this pen. Its role is unquestionably, for me, a desk pen. It's too big to fit in a pocket neatly. It's too nice to get scratched up in a backpack bag or your pockets with your keys. So definitely a desk pen. Overall, I would say this is a phenomenal, interesting, kind of unique, like many of Taccia's pens, fountain pen. It fills a kind of gap that I didn't know was there and that I like, and it's just unusual. Even fountain pen people will see this thing and go, oh, whoa, what is that? Cool. And as always, this is kind of a strange thing to say, but my favorite Sailors are Taccia's. They're the amazing writing experience of a Sailor nib, both in steel and gold, with, I would also say, with a lot of the really interesting nib width and nib grind choices that you have with Sailors, available in a body that's not just, you know, a very standard shaped, cigar shaped Sailor pen. And I know, the Pro Slim comes in like a billion sparkly fun colors, but at the end of the day, they are very traditional pens in a way. And Taccia is the way to kind of break out of that. You get that same writing experience in just a really interesting and different body. And I like that. So I hope that's been useful. Like and subscribe, and you'll see more of these. Happy writing.